Mr. Butola, explain to us why it was absolutely necessary and why such a steep hike in diesel prices, because that's something that political parties are talking about, that it's a very, very steep hike.
First of all, let me say that, diesel accounts for almost 53-54% of the total subsidy. And as per the figures, the latest prices that we have before us, the total subsidies are expected to be 205,000 crores for the whole year. And out of this, diesel alone accounts for 1,27,000 crores. And, in terms of 53-54%, so that's a very large chunk. And what is happening today, we are selling diesel, at these prices at $86-87 barrel, if you translate that into per barrel term. Whereas,
so we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Whereas the international price of diesel is in the range of $128. And even fuel oil, which is, the bottom of the our basket of fuels, which is considered to be the residue or remaining oil, that is being sold at $105. So that means what is happening, that even by selling this, it's not being put to the most efficient use, because diesel is a high quality fuel, and if it is being sold at less than the worst quality fuel, then that means it's not being put to effective good use. So that's one. Other thing is that the borrowings of the oil marketing companies, and especially if I talk about Indian Oil Corporation, our borrowings have been 90,000 crores. And there is a deficit of about 5,500 to 6,000 crores every month. And we have almost reached the limits, if the price increase was not to be there, we had to continue to incur this deficit of 5,500 to 6,000 crores every month. It will, at some point of time, we reach the final limit, and it will be difficult for us to even procure the crude oil. So,
so Mr. Butola, you're saying there were serious supply concerns which made it almost impossible for the oil marketing companies to really continue. But my limited question to you at this point is, what happens to petrol prices? Because petrol is technically a deregulated product. We've seen the government go ahead and actually offset your under-recovery or losses on petrol with an excise duty cut. Does the consumer benefit with that excise duty cut? Are we going to see you actually pass on that benefit to consumers at any point when we see maybe a softening in prices?
No, certainly we are committed that whenever it's possible. As of now, it's just squaring. We are having, under recovery of 6 rupee per liter, as we had shared earlier, and this 5 rupee 30 paisa reduction in the excise duty will almost square us off or keep us on the even. But should the prices fall further, we will definitely pass the benefit. But more importantly, what has happened that by reducing the excise duty and increasing the excise duty on diesel, it has been brought that the structural difference of 16 rupee, which was, because the difference in the excise duty earlier was 12 rupee for 72 paisa, plus sales tax on that, maybe 20 to 25%, it was working out to 15 rupees, 16 rupees. That means there was a difference also. That has been reduced. And once that is reduced, both the fuels are having, narrow margins, which is good for the product, because internationally the price is around the same level. So from that point of view, both the products will be put to efficient use, and then the diversion, etc., or, to that extent, will also be curtailment.
Mr. Butola, I'm Raj, joining from Delhi again. Just in the cost of being repetitive, if you can, in simple terms, you can tell us that whether the petrol price will cut down or go down from midnight today, and also, is it still a deregulated product?
The petrol price, I said that we were having under recovery of 6 rupee for this fortnight, and by reducing 5 rupee 30 paisa excise duty, we are just being squared off. So as of now, there may be no impact in terms of passing on. But if the prices of petrol internationally fall down, and we have, scope as we go forward in the next couple of days, then we will definitely be able to pass on the benefit which accrues to us on account of the reduction in prices. But as of now, there will be no impact on the price of petrol because we were already having under recovery. We would have increased this price, and the government has spared the consumers by not letting us increase the price and instead by going for the option of reducing the excise duty. So to that, to my mind, to that extent, the burden on the consumers, which would have increased, which we are requesting the government that, we have to increase the price by 6 rupees per litre. So that has been squared off, and to that extent, I think it's a good decision that the consumer has been spared off from this additional burden.
Mr. Buttola, a very practical question now from a very consumer standpoint. What the decision today really means with regard to LPG cylinders or cooking gas is that for 6 cylinders, we're going to get subsidized rate. What happens beyond the 6 cylinders? Are you going to keep intimating us about the market prices? How is it that we're going to find out how much we need to pay beyond the 6 cylinders? And also practically really implementing this. Have you got your systems in place to be able to implement this path-breaking change with regard to LPG cylinders?
As you'll recall, that this has been going on. This proposal was before the government quite some time back, and we had been working on this particular proposal in terms of our preparedness. So we are happy that the government has taken finally the decision to cap the cylinders to 6 cylinders per year. And in terms of our preparedness, yes, we have the preparedness, and we are in a position to implement this from today itself. So we see no problems as far as the implementation of this concern. And in terms of the market prices for cylinders over 6 per annum, it will vary from month to month because the international prices and LPG is one product which we have to import. So currently the differential is, I think the market price should be in the range of 750 rupees per cylinder, whereas it's being sold at 9 rupees. So that's the differential, and but should the international prices come down, etc., there should be scope to reduce prices. Should they increase, that will also be passed on to the consumers. So that's a good decision, and in our view, that 6 cylinders, because 44-45% of the consumers consume either 6 or less than 6 cylinders. So almost half the percentage of the consumers will not be affected by this, because that's the number which they are consuming.
Are you going to be affected? Mr. Buttola, how many do you consume in a year? Are you going to be affected?
First of all, no, as far as I am concerned, since I am on PNG, so, as per the rules, etc., no LPG connection left with me. But, there is no need for people like us to be subsidized. Why should we? Why should even
Absolutely.
6 cylinders in a year? Why should 6 cylinders in a year for people like us? We can afford. And this benefit of is not really intended for people like us. So, we can't really be giving about it.
Absolutely, sir.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for Retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.